The Mechanics of Ascension, 2012 and Beyond by Danny Searle. Part 7, The Last Prophecy of Peter Deunov. Peter Konstantinov Deunov was born in Bulgaria on 11 July 1864 and returned to spirit on the 27th of December 1944. Peter was a spiritual master and founder of the School of Esoteric Christianity. This prophecy was given by Peter in 1944, just prior to his death, and it regards the end of our civilization and the beginning of what is known as the Golden Age on Earth. What struck me as I first read this prophecy is how closely it mirrored my own research into the supergalactic wave, the conflagration, cosmic evolution, and of course the ascension that will ensue. He also talks about a new landmass rising in the Pacific, something both the 15th century prophetess Mother Shipton predicted, as did Gordon Michael Scallion in the more modern times. Deunov did this over 65 years ago, so most of what he is talking about is happening right now. What you will hear is not the actual voice of Peter Deunov, rather just a dramatical representation I created to differentiate Peter's words from my own. I have not edited or changed his words in any way. So, without further ado, fellow light workers, star seeds, indigo children, and walk-ins, I give you the last prophecy of Peter Deunov.
We find ourselves today at the frontier between two epochs, that of Kali Yuga and that of the new era that we are entering. Everybody will soon be subjugated to divine fire that will purify and prepare them in regards to the new era. Thus man will raise himself to a superior degree of consciousness indispensable to his entrance to the new life. That is what one understands by ascension. Some decades will pass before this fire will come that will transform the world by bringing it a new moral. This immense wave comes from cosmic space and will inundate the entire earth. All those that attempt to oppose it will be carried off and transferred elsewhere. Although the inhabitants of this planet do not all find themselves at the same degree of evolution, the new wave will be felt by each one of us. And this transformation will not only touch the earth, but the ensemble of the entire cosmos. The fire of which I speak that accompanies the new conditions offered to our planet will rejuvenate, purify, reconstruct everything. The matter will be refined, your hearts will be liberated from anguish, troubles, incertitude. And they will become luminous. Everything will be improved, elevated. The thoughts, sentiments and negative acts will be consumed and destroyed. Your present life is a slavery, a heavy prison. Understand your situation and liberate yourself from it. Everything that is around you will soon collapse and disappear. Nothing will be left of this civilization or its perversity. The entire earth will be shaken and no trace will be left of this erroneous culture that maintains men under the yoke of ignorance. The earth is now following an ascending movement and everyone should force themselves to harmonize with the currents of the ascension. Those who refuse will remain behind in evolution and must wait tens of millions of years for the coming of a new ascending wave. The new era is that of the sixth race. The sixth race will be that of love. A new continent will be formed for it. It will emerge from the Pacific. The earth will soon be swept by extraordinary rapid waves of cosmic electricity. There is not a place on earth that is not dirtied with human or animal blood. She must therefore submit to a purification, and it is for this that certain continents will be immersed while others will surface. It is the end of an epoch. A new order will substitute the old, an order in which love will reign on earth.
So there you have it. Notice how Peter talks about a wave and cosmic electricity? He also mentions a couple of times about a purification of fire that will consume the entire planet. That sounded remarkably similar to what we examined in Part 4, the Blue Star Prophecy. But he also says that this will be the beginning of a new age, a golden age, which also fits in with everything else we've talked about. Quite amazing stuff. Coming up in Part 8, the final conclusion for this presentation. I will wrap everything up and look at a couple of disturbing trends you will need to avoid if you are to ascend at the end of 2012.